Here is how much my brand new KDP account made in August. What is up guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Sean and I've built a multiple six-figure publishing business which I eventually sold for $820,000, and now I'm building a second KDP account. So in this channel, I believe in transparency and I want to be as open as possible. So I have a whole playlist on KDP income reports where you guys can follow me along on this journey of building my own KDP business and see all the income reports that I've done previously. So if you want no BS publishing advice from someone who's actually doing it, then make sure to subscribe. So in this video, I want to do another KDP income report. This is for the month of August for my second KDP account. So real quick, why I make these videos, it's because I believe in transparency. I think in the YouTube space especially, there's a lot of transparency that is lacking. I think a lot of people teach people how to do something without actually doing it themselves, which I don't think is really a good thing, and that's why I try not to do that. I never want to be someone that teaches but don't do it themselves, right? So I also find these videos very motivating. I think, people enjoy watching it. I myself enjoy watching other people's income reports. It really motivates me, and that's exactly why I try to do this every single month. So this is for my new KDP account. I started it in January, okay? I published my first high content book in February, and I spent about 0 to 30 minutes a day working on it. A lot of these tasks for my KDP business right now is outsourced to my VA and other people in my team that handles most of the work. So I'm kind of just a guy that oversees everything, and my team handles the work once again. So I spend very little time compared to my first KDP business. My first KDP business, I was spending a ton of time on it, but for my second account, it's a good experiment to see how much I can build this up without spending a ton of time on it. So in the month of August, I had 27 books. Basically, I published one new book since last month. And this is a breakdown. So I had 2 audiobook focused topics. So basically 2 books that is more specifically for audiobooks. I had 3 coloring books, 3 word search books, 3 lead gen books, and 8 Spanish books, and also 6 high content books. So I did not publish a high content book because the last 2 books that I published were the 2 complimentary workbook and journals. So basically what these are is my high content books are what's making most of the money. So I basically created a complimentary journal that goes along with my high content book and see if it sells, right? And basically building the brand. So that is the 2 most recent book, as well as the 1 book that I added this month. So what's new? Besides the 2 complimentary workbook that I created, which I outsourced, so I did not create it myself, these books are not doing good so far. It's still new, and we'll see how it goes as we gather more reviews and sales and pick up momentum. But so far, workbook and journals, which is technically low content books, is not doing so well. I mean, it's kind of a higher content, low content, because it's more workbook, right? There's a lot of text, a lot of prompts, this and that, but it's not really doing that good compared to high content. So we'll see how that goes. I've also uploaded new books on ACX, so I didn't upload all my books yet. It's in the process, but that is progressing. And I also started Ingram Spark. So here's a breakdown on KDP because ACX is separate, but the 2 audio focused books is making $50 a month with no ads, because once again, I'm not running ads because it's focused on Audible, and it's still making $50 a month. So I think that's pretty good. And for the 3 coloring books, it has done $255 for the month. This is with ads, so not a lot of profit, but it's starting to see some profit there. Now, 3 word search books without any ads, it made $21. So I think that's pretty decent considering how easy it is to make word search books. And obviously, if you make more, this will add up. Now, the 3 lead gen books, it made $193 without any ads. So I think that is awesome, as well as I'm gathering a ton of email subscribers. Now, for the 8 Spanish books, I'm running some ads, but not so much. And it made $492. Most of this comes from 1 Spanish book that just took off. And that's kind of how it is. Some books will not do much, and some will just take off. And in my case, 1 out of this 8 took off, and it's making me pretty decent money. Now, 6 high content books combined made up $4,810. Obviously, high content has always done better than low content for me. It's just how it is. But the great thing about low content, even this $21 that I made from the word search books, it's no ads, not a lot of work to make these 3 books. So if I can pump these out, then my income can really stack up. So, high content is great, but low content is also great. It depends on where you are at in your situation and your budget. And the 2 complimentary workbook and the journals, these made $125 combined. All right, so let me take you over to my KDP dashboard. So this is how much I made in August, which is $5,946.12. I will move the screen a little bit so you know that I'm not faking it. And let me take you over to my lifetime sales here, which is $23,800 so far. And you can see that every single month it's kind of growing pretty steadily. And for September, we are 2/3 of the way done, and it is on track to beat August slightly. Now, on top of that, Audible is also picking up. So the ACX sales, I've made $308 from that side. So combining KDP and ACX comes out to around $6,255.89. So for the takeaways, high content is picking up with more reviews. It's at 120 plus reviews right now. More reviews it gets, it seems like sales are getting easier and easier. So that is why you want to focus on getting a ton of reviews rather than just publish and moving on to the next one. Publish, get reviews, and then move on to the next one. Now, ads were expensive this month. I'm not going to lie. It was pretty expensive, which I'm going to show you how much, okay? And the complimentary journals aren't doing good. So it's still at 15 reviews or so for 2 of them. So we're going to try and get a lot more reviews and see if that changes. Now, for the ad cost, it was $3,466.54. And you can see that the A cost is 69%. So it went up from 55% or something like that from last month. And we will see if this continues as Q4 approaches, because Q4 typically the ad cost goes up as well as the A cost. It's going to be harder to maintain profitability in Q4. But as you can see, if you take the total revenue minus the ad cost, we're still having some decent amount of profit. So I'm going to still keep pushing my books with ads, because every time you run ads, you're going to get more organic sales. So I had some comments on my last income report of, someone saying, oh, Sean, you're not really sharing the book production cost. So you're not being fully transparent and this and that. And honestly, I don't think it's really smart to think that way, because a book production cost is a one-time expense, right? You make the book and then you don't have to pay for it ever again. The only ongoing expense is the ads. So you really should be focusing on the ongoing expense rather than the one-time expense. Those one-time expenses are really business startup cost, right? You have to invest in your business to get it started. Now, it cost me around $1,000 to make 1 high content book. As you can see, I only have 6 high content books. A lot of my books are low content, so the production cost is a lot lower. And on top of that, if I'm profiting about $2K a month right now, then that means every single month I'm making ROI for 2 high content books. And from there, everything I make is profit, right? So that is why I just focus on ongoing expenses with the ad cost. So that is how I approach this business, and I believe, others should too. So plans for scaling. Get rest of my books up on ACX, because not all of my books are on ACX yet. I'm also starting Ingram Spark, so we're going to start making money on Ingram Spark hopefully next month. We're going to keep optimizing ads. That is per usual. Keep building the brand and email list. Now we're going to bundle the books. We still haven't done that. And those are books that's going to sell really well with 0 expenses. So I'm going to be able to make a decent amount of bundles. And that should increase the top line of the business a lot while not acquiring any expenses, because it's free to make basically. And I'm also going to test more low content and shorter high content books. So keep an eye out on that. If you want to follow me along in this journey of, see how the low content does, how the shorter high content does, or any other things that I test in my business, I'll be sharing it in this channel. So if you want to follow me along in that, then make sure to subscribe. So before we end this video, I want to ask you, how did you do in August? Comment below and let me know. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe. And I also want to invite you to join my free Facebook group mastermind, where you can network with other publishers, ask any questions, connect with other people, as well as just by joining, you're going to get a free bonus, which is a case study on how to generate lasting income on Amazon KDP through what I coin as book stacking. So this is my unique strategy that I developed to take my business from just making, 5K, 10K a month to over 40K a month every single month. Okay, so the link is in the description to join the Facebook group. Finally, if you want to learn more about my flagship publishing program, Road to Hero, the link is also in the description. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Like if you enjoyed this video to let me know so that I can make more videos like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one.